What's going on, world? What's going on, world? Welcome to another Champions Connect podcast. I have a very special guest today. I have my brother Cam F. Awesome coming on, and definitely a great guy you want to follow. This guy's doing phenomenal things in the world. He's not only a boxer, he's a speaker, he's a coach. Like he does great things, not only for the adults, but for the kids. And I'm big on children. I'm real big on children. So guys, without further ado, if you know who Cam is, I have a short intro video. I want to show you who Cam is. A great guy. So please, guys, just be in tune with this video right here. And we're gonna get right to my brother. This is Cam F. Awesome, guys.
My name is Cam F. Awesome, and I'm a multi-time USA National Champion heavyweight boxer and former captain of the USA National Boxing Team. As captain of the USA National Boxing Team, I traveled around the world as an ambassador for the US in over 30 countries. This is where I learned to interact with people of different cultures from all over the world. My experience throughout my travels has taught me how much easier it is to communicate once we truly understand one another.
I've always heard America's a melting pot, but now I believe that America is more of a bento box. Because even when we live in the same city, we occupy different areas. If you're the pretzel people and you don't know anything about the chocolate people, you're gonna just keep your distance, you're gonna make your assumptions, and you're gonna stay to yourself. But the assumptions you're gonna make are probably gonna be wrong because you don't have their perspective. But to break the barrier, one day you may come home and realize that your grandchild is now a chocolate-covered pretzel. And now you have to break down those barriers.
The conversation around power, privilege, and difference is a crucial topic for businesses, schools, state agencies, and civic organizations. Whether it's a socially distanced in-person presentation or a virtual presentation from my home studio, I work with businesses and organizations to address implicit, unconscious bias and its effect on those around us in order to break down barriers and build a stronger, more inclusive workplace.
Let's say that I moved to this neighborhood and one of my nieces from Trinidad is now going to your school. And every time she speaks to you, she's just really loud. In the classroom, she's loud, she seems disruptive. But if every time you try to connect with her, you feel like she's being rude, so you start to become short with her. She's gonna feel like every time she asks you for a question, you have an attitude with her, you're being upset with her. How do you handle a student from a different culture? Because she's being normal. She's doing everything she's accustomed to. She's from a loud culture. How do you handle that in your classroom?
Audiences will leave with a better understanding of diversity and inclusion and equity, a thorough awareness of biases and how to recognize them, tools to attract and hire a diverse workforce, defining why celebrating differences will empower employees to feel included, welcomed, and supported. Tips to build a diverse culture to boost productivity, retain top talent, and increase innovation. This isn't a seminar, it's a celebration, and I look forward to celebrating with your team.
Without further ado, guys, I bring up my brother Cam F. Awesome, man. Let's bring him up. Cam, what's going on, my brother?
What's up? How you doing, man?
Doing well. How was the video?
Love it. Blessed. Thank you for the introduction.
Got you, man. The world gotta know who you are, man. You're doing great things out here, man. In the world. I'm definitely proud of you, man. So
Thank you.
no, thank you, man. So if you could, man, tell us, man, like what drives you to be great, man? I really want to know that, man, because I seen your documentary on Netflix, and like, man, you just impacted so many lives, man. Like, just your quest on the boxing quest, man. Like, so, like, what drives you, man? Like, what's your fuel? You know what I mean?
I not really sure. I have a hard answer on that. A lot of different things drive me. One is if I just set myself, I kind of get obsessed with things, and my goal was the Olympics, and like I just sacrificed everything I possibly could because in my mind, like boxing wasn't that hard because all coaches basically tell you the same thing. And what I heard every coach saying is like, be in good shape and you'll win. So I understood what the task was, and I just made sure I was always in top condition. So just, yeah.
So like I was telling a friend of mine, because they ain't see the documentary, they're gonna go watch it now. And they're like, so how do you spell his name? I said Cam F Awesome. It was like, wow, really? I was like, yeah. So maybe good, man. Tell the world, man, like why that name, man. I mean, to me, it's great. I love that name, man. Like I'm changing my name to a refresher.
I love it. I think everyone should. First of all, you know how people say don't take life so serious. No one makes it out alive or whatever. Like, and then everyone still takes life so seriously. So there's many different reasons why I changed my name. One, because in 2012, after I got suspended and kicked off the Olympic team, I kind of symbolically killed off the old me and my negative side, and wanted to do like a rebirth. And I changed my name. And I think, like in different cultures, everyone, like the quinceañera, it symbolizes when a girl becomes a woman. But like in American culture, we don't really have a culture. We have a sweet 16, I guess. But I think it's pretty cool to change your name when you, because as we become adults, like when you leave your teen years, you kind of find out who you are, and you realize that person that like you had to be when you were growing up, maybe because of your situations or your circumstances, you're not that person anymore. And you want people to treat you differently and look at you differently and have a different respect for you. And when you have a different meaning for yourself, then I believe you should change your name, and that should symbolize the new you. But I don't think you want to do that too many times, because then it'll be annoying.
Yeah, man. That's what I think about doing, man. Like I said, I watched your story. Definitely inspired me, man. I got my kid. My kid loves boxing now.
Really? How old?
He's 9. So like
9? Okay.
He's 9. He comes to my chest. I'm 6'6". He comes to my chest. So he want to get into boxing. And I tell him, you do anything you put your mind to. Boxing is easy, but it's not easy. You got to put your mind to it. It's like playing chess. You know what I mean? You just can't walk in there and think, oh, I'm a big dog. I'm going to knock everybody. You just got to go in there and just know your craft and just be humble.
Yeah. It's weird to be humble, though, because if there was a fight, it's hard to be humble and be a fighter, because as a fighter, you have to know that you're already the best. Like, right. If I see a dude, like, you're heavyweight, I want you to think you can beat me. If you don't think you could beat me, then we should never fight. So if you want to be the best, you have to assume that you can beat everyone, but also remain humble enough to know that you're not capable of doing it unless you train your butt off.
Exactly.
And that's kind of the hard balance. It's like, you got to pretend you're great, but you got to like keep it real.
I like that, man. I like that. So my channel is all about motivation, man. If you could tell us some motivational thing. You're a keynote speaker. You're going around speaking to kids, man. So I want to tell us the new you, man. Go ahead, man. Drop some gems, man.
Nah, so yeah, I'm doing speaking. I've been speaking since like 2009, 2010. My boxing coach, he started coaching me, and he said he would coach me for free. In exchange, I would have to go to all the high schools and middle schools, take over the gym class for the entire day, once a semester, and talk to the kids about boxing and get them to join our free nonprofit gym. It's to keep kids off the street, one of those youth prevention programs. And so I would go to schools and I would speak over the gym class. And then I realized if I can get everyone together to do an assembly, I can do it a lot faster and reach a lot more students. And also that way I wouldn't have to be in school from like 7:30 in the morning to like 3. But I realized students won't listen to you unless you're entertaining. And I realized adults, we're the same way. We don't want to watch anything or participate in anything that's boring. So I started doing stand-up comedy, and I would use the skills I learned from stand-up comedy to make my speeches a little more entertaining and add more pizzazz to it, so students would appreciate it a little more. And yeah, and I kind of it. Yeah, I really love it. I enjoy it more than I enjoy boxing.
Yeah. Yeah. Trust me, I've been speaking now for about a year now, man. I was homeless. I got left in Maine like 7 years ago, and with one bag of clothes and a pair of shoes on my feet, that's all I had. And it's just a crazy story, man. I can't really say what happened, but it wasn't over a woman though. You know what I mean? I just came up here, hung out with some friends. We had a disagreement. I don't do drugs. They did drugs, and they left me up here. You know what I mean? And being homeless and overcoming that, and I tell you, man, like it's a long haul. You know, a lot of people don't know, but I just never gave up. So I definitely feel you on that, brother.
I would love to hear your story off air sometime.
I got you, man. I got you. I mean, it's about you today, man. That's why I want to tell people. It's about you today, Cam, man. My story is deep, man. Like, but it's coming. You're gonna hear about me soon.
I better.
Yeah. But yeah, man. But yeah, I just wanted to bring you on, man, because I got a lot of younger brothers coming up, and I'm trying to get every good example out there, and we just join forces, man, because it's time for us to step up, be the example, because the youth needs it. They need us to step up, man, especially in our communities, man. They need us to step up and show that we are positive. You don't need violence. You don't got to sell drugs. You don't got to rob or kill nobody. You can go out there and be successful. You don't got to be a boxer. You can be a football player, you can do whatever you want to do, but just connect with us, and we're here for you.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Even though my parents were divorced back together, I had a weird situation, but I had both my parents in my life. But my parents worked all the time. And I would go to this place, it's like the after school center. It was in the basement of a church. Mm-hmm. And it was UCC, Uniondale Community Council. And there were the counselors there. You think they're like adults. They were just like 4 years older than you were. But they were the coolest people in the world, because they got to, like, older people are always cooler when you're a kid. Yeah, and I always looked up to those people, all the counselors. And the counselors, they always showed the best side of themselves around us because they were working. And I realized all those guys who were those counselors were all the young men that I grew up like admiring and looking up to. And those people shaped who I am. So like, that's essentially what you're doing right now. And I love that you're out here doing that, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I like I said, man, it's my story. Like when I was homeless, I could have gave up, man. I got a kid. My son's 9. My daughter, she's 5. She's 5. It's for me to be an example. And I tell every parent this, if you want your kids to overcome tragedy in life, if you want your kids to overcome adversity in life, it starts with the parents. We can overcome adversity. We can overcome tragedy in life and get through the hard times. We can't expect our kids to do that. You know what I mean? So that's why I love people like you, man, because you're strong, man. You being the example, you stepping out and you showing these kids like, yo, you can have a goal. You do have a dream. Go out there and chase it. Just never give up. It's not going to be easy, because if it was easy, everybody would be successful. But just don't give up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Another thing that kind of like motivates me and drives me is, and I didn't realize this until I'm 33, man. It's just hitting me now. So my dad like grew up in Trinidad, and he stopped going to school at like the age of 9 because he had to start working. And then he worked on like a construction site until he was old enough, and he came to America and started working. And he brought like each of his brothers and sisters over to America one by one. And all of them like own houses and like they live middle-class American lives. That is the American dream, right? So I grew up seeing my dad hustle, like nothing illegal, just like always at work, always finding a way to like do a side job. He drove a cement truck. He did construction on the side. So all I ever saw was hustle. So I just thought that was like, that's where the bar was set. So having that, like, for a lack of a better term, that immigrant mentality and that immigrant like work ethic,
exactly,
That's all I know.
But that's all you need, though, Cam. Like I tell people, as long as you have work and faith, those go together. Like
Yeah.
all you need work and faith, man, and get up and just take care of yourself. You take care of your body gonna take care of you. Self-love is everything. And that's one thing I preach when I preach and I speak out here in Maine, is self-love. Just love yourself, take care of yourself, take care of your individually, take care of your soul. Because if you don't, your body won't take care of you. You're a boxer,
Yes.
about that. You know about that. You gotta take care of your body.
Yeah. Actually, now that I even left boxing, I've been spending more time like reflecting on my 20s and how I've grown as a person and understanding what loving myself truly is. And it took me stopping boxing to actually learn about myself and learn how to love myself. And
Okay.
sometimes that means restricting yourself of certain things or not overindulging. So yeah, it goes deep.
Yeah, I mean, but you big on nutrition, man. Like I said, you big on nutrition. I need to get my nutrition right. I need to work on that self-discipline part about myself, man. Eating a little bit more healthier. But
Progress,
man,
not perfection, baby. Progress, not perfection.
you're right. You're right about that. And that's what I'm working with you, man. So if I need to get my health up, man, I mean, I'm trying to get back into boxing myself, but just having that self-discipline of eating healthy, eating celery and
It's the thing is like it. First of all, you just have to commit to like picture this. People get arrested all the time, right? For crimes they haven't done. And let's say you did 30 days in jail. It's not going to change. Like for the whole scope of your life, if you live till 70 and you did 30 days restricted from everything, you'd survive as a human being.
Right.
If you could survive as a human being, you can eat like a clean diet for 30 days. Even if you're miserable, you can survive. It's not as bad as prison. Okay. Just use prison as a perspective. So if you can just tolerate anything for 30 days, it becomes a habit. So what you need to do is mentally wrap your mind around it. And every time you think you like, oh, I'm gonna slip up, I want to have a snack or I want to eat some Cheetos. No. Picture you're in jail and you don't have those options. Once you make it a habit, I did the vegan thing it was a 28-day. I lost a bet. I had to do it for 28 days. After the 28 days, it became a habit. And I didn't want to be vegan by any means. I just felt so good. I felt so good, man. For the first time in my life, I felt like a car that got an oil change. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be vegan. I'm just going to do this a little longer. And it's been 10 years now.
Oh, wow.
And it's one of the best decisions I've ever made.
Amazing, man. I'm working on it. I'm working on it right now. I'm 32. I'll be 33 in July. So
oh, you're a young man. You're a young man. I used to be 32. Wait, were you born in the 90s?
Yeah, I was born in 89.
Okay, you just barely made it.
Everybody says that. Hey, a lot happened in 89 now. A lot happened.
Hey, man, I'm in 88. I still claim being an 80s baby.
Hey, they claim we're not 80s babies. They say if you're 88, 89, you're not technically 80s babies because you got the last 2 years of the 80s, but we still 80s babies.
I'll take them both.
Exactly, man. So, yeah, man. Any questions for me, Cam, man? I know you want to know a little bit about myself, man.
Yeah. So where are you? Are you still in Maine now?
Yeah, I'm in Maine now, man. I kind of grew a presence. I'm actually being broadcasted on the news because of my story.
Dope.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah. So what's so you say you're getting back into boxing?
Yeah, I am. I want to go. I'm deciding whether or not to go pro, man, because my instructor is kind of crazy, man. He be trying to tase you in training. Because
what?
Yeah, if you put your hands up, he'll tell you put your hands up and put your hands down. He gonna get you. Like keep your hands up and guard the cage. So
you said tase, right?
If he watching right now, I'm sorry, but yeah, he said tase. Hey, I ain't with no parts of that, man. They train heavy out here in Maine, man. They train crazy out here.
Yeah, if you can dodge a traffic, you can dodge a ball. A tase,
Yeah, dodge a taser.
hey, respect. How many fights you got?
Right now, I only been in like 4 fights, man. Having kids, having a business, and then just how it is, the adult life, man. But getting back into it, man. I've been driving. I just recently left FedEx. I was driving for FedEx, and I just left FedEx. I'm doing my own clothing brand. I got my own clothing line.
Nice.
And, I was like, yeah, I need to get back into boxing. I miss that because one thing about boxing, for some people like me, like it's peace of mind, man. Like if you got a lot on your mind and you're emotional, you know what I mean? Instead of like going to hit somebody or hurting somebody or hitting a wall, you just put your gloves on, go in the gym. You know the feeling, man. Just hit on the bag, man, and just let it go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's
it's hard to stay away from.
Yeah.
I see why guys fight way too long in their careers. I always knew, like, going into boxing, I always had this joke, and me and my buddy, I'd be like, hey, let me know when it comes that time in my life movie when you have to pull me aside and tell me, hey, you should give it up, hang up the gloves. And because I see fighters fight, they don't need the money.
They don't.
They just keep fighting, and now I get it. It's so addicting. I'm trying. I'm in my head. I'm telling people I retire. I'm done, but it's hard to be done. Like I just came to Austin, Texas, and I'm like, I want to go find a boxing gym. I brought my mouthpiece with me just in case. I'm telling people I retire, but I got my mouthpiece with me.
Yeah, man. It's the adrenaline rush, man. Again, it's your temple where you can go and just release your mind and all the frustration and just be around your family, your boxing club. They're not gonna hurt you. They're gonna just get you better and stronger. That's one thing I learned from being in boxing, man. That your boxing club is gonna take care of you and just love you and just it's just show that love. Be humble, so nobody's bigger than nobody in the club. You know what I mean? We all trying to get each other better.
Yeah, I do miss that aspect of it. Like being on the USA team for pretty much throughout my 20s. Like even though the teams change, except like just that camaraderie and that this because you'd be on the team with just strangers, and then you take one trip to Italy for like a month, and you can't, like, you don't have Wi-Fi. You have nothing to do but talk to each other. You start sharing about your family and your background and your thoughts, and you become a family by the end of the year.
Exactly.
So I miss that aspect, and everyone's so competitive, and everyone wants to be the best, but everyone lifts everyone else up.
Exactly.
I love that energy.
Yeah, man. Trust me, man. I do it too, man. We got some feedback too. Somebody said dope interview right there. In the comments. Let's see here. Somebody said this is good. And then we getting good feedback, man. People we touching some souls right now, Cam.
Awesome. It's good to hear.
Man, that's what it's all about. And I tell people all the time, Cam, when you're able to impact someone's life, that's calling yourself an entrepreneur. When you lay down at night and you check your email, you check your inbox, or like you check your DM, and somebody send you a message, hey, thank you for just speaking at my school. Like you just really inspired me to be better. Like that makes you feel good as a speaker. I've been speaking, and that makes me feel good when I get those messages, man. Like, yo, you just inspired me to do better. Like, thank you. Like, you ever get those and you feel that way?
I start my day, like, the first thing I always check in the morning. So first thing I do in the morning, I journal, I give gratitude. But when I check my phone, I check the Instagram message requests to see like any of those messages from students, because I love starting my day, because that's why I do it. Like, so yeah, I do get those messages, and it always makes my day.
Yeah, definitely, man. It makes my day all the time too. So yeah, to tell you a little bit about myself real quick though, so you know who I am, man, because it's first time actually meeting, man. Yeah, like I said, I'm 32, I'll be 33. Like I said, I got left in. I'm originally from Florida, from Tampa, Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. I came to Maine on vacation. Literally, I had no intention of staying in Maine, man. Came on vacation with one bag of clothes, pair of shoes, and had altercation with somebody who was doing drugs, man. And they told me to catch a bus back to Florida. So I just packed my clothes and my shoes and walked to the nearest park and just prayed to God that somebody like, hey, you're cute, come over, like something like that. Cause I was new to Maine, I ain't know nothing. And I just stayed here and made my way, man. So now I got an LLC business.
Nice.
Going back to shelters. Speaking at shelters, I used to be homeless, so I love going back to shelters. Let them know like I used to be here as well too. I was homeless, so if I can get out and make a life and do great, you guys can too. No excuses. And that's how I'm in homelessness. You know what I mean? Because I am. I got a lot of people who've been homeless, and there's no excuse why they can't get out the homeless shelter. If we can do it, they can do it. You know, you just got to want it, believe it, and not give up. You know, I tell people, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind will achieve. And that's always been with me, you know?
You just mentioned about the shelters, and I'm like, I've got free time. And you just saying that made me feel a way like, oh, why aren't I doing that? So I'm gonna look into that.
Yeah, definitely, man. We can connect. Let me know, man. That's why I tell people, because people like, oh, I'm trying to end homelessness. Well, how you end homelessness is because I used to be homeless. And one thing about homeless people, and no disrespect to them, but they are disrespectful. Like they'll come back to the shelter and say, oh man, this person gave me food. I can't buy no liquor with this. Like I seen that firsthand, you know, and that's why I go back and I tell them, I give them a business card and I encourage them, like, you guys are great. You guys, don't let being homeless define who you are as a person. You know, you guys are great. So whatever you're good at, I'm gonna give you the initiative to call me. Here's a business card. You know, get a hold of me so I can help you get your life straight. But if you don't get a hold of me, I can't help you. You know what I mean? So that's how I go back, man. It's just kids too. You know, kids too. You know, my cousin, 19 years old, two-time felon. My other cousin doing a 10-year bid at 19, bro. So I'm trying to get back to the community, man, best way I can, and let them know there's more to life than that.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you, man. Yeah.
Man. So, like I said, Cam, man, but one question I want to ask you, man, what's one thing would you tell a younger version you, and he's coming up trying to figure his life out? What's one thing would you tell a younger person?
Uh mm, I think I nailed it. I wouldn't, yeah. Yeah, I don't even know if I would tell myself. Okay, Bitcoin. definitely, definitely tell 2012 Cam, just put $20 in Bitcoin.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd have been a billionaire right now. You know what I would have done? I would have spoken to myself. I would have nudged myself into the direction to learn about what anxiety is. Because I didn't know what anxiety was, but I know I would get very moody. That's what I would consider. I would get very moody in certain situations, and I wouldn't be myself, and I wouldn't be the best version of myself. And like, I couldn't box in the boxing gym with all the kids around, because my coach, one of the things is he always wanted me to work out with all the boxers in the gym, because I should be around them. But when that many people are around me, I start to freak out. And I wasn't the best version of myself. I was shorter. I was very short with people, and I didn't like making eye contact. And I didn't realize what that was. So I would have taught myself that and given myself ways to deal with it. And yeah, I would have let myself know about anxiety.
I like that, man. Hey, so I'm on Clubhouse, man. I do mental health rooms all the time. I actually just did a room today on Clubhouse before our podcast meet up. Can men have feelings? And man, I would definitely love you on Clubhouse with me, man, doing rooms like that, because a lot of brothers need to learn about that, man. So, and that room came out phenomenal, man. Queens and Kings going back and forth, and it was definitely a great conversation, about men having feelings, because a lot of men don't think they should have feelings, and
I find this out. My dad's from Trinidad. They don't have feelings over there. Yeah, that's not something we grew up with. Like in America, like I love yous. Those aren't thrown around where I'm from.
Oh man,
you get those at funerals. That's it. So like now realizing like you can say that, you can show appreciation to people, you can be grateful. I thought there were 3 emotions: happy, sad, and angry. Like, and now I'm learning there's a lot more. So emotional intelligence is something that we need to learn about, because how can we express ourselves without the tools for communication?
Exactly. Man, you should have been in this morning, Cam. Hey, it's a dope room, man. I told man, it's great for a man to cry. Like I tell people all the time, you take that pain and use it for fuel. I tell people, if you crying tears doesn't make you a punk. That puts you on a whole different level. So if you hurting, find out what you're good at, and you just channel all that energy to something that you good at, and you turn it into success. You know what I mean? And I tell people, like, don't sit there and cry and mope around the house. I don't encourage people to do that. Don't sit here and mope and not do anything and say, oh, life is over with, and just cry your life away. No, you get up and you go out there again.
Yeah, if you can fail without being discouraged, success becomes inevitable.
Ooh, I like that. Hope you guys heard that. write that quote down, man. And that's a gem right there today. So, we got another one. We got a queen in the building. She said, yes, that would have been so cool. She said, killing it. And yeah, we're definitely killing it, man. Like I said, I'm a motivational speaker myself, Cam. And I just love connecting with other speakers, man. I was fortunate to meet Les Brown, and I spoke with Les Brown on Clubhouse. He be on Clubhouse a lot. Got in one of his rooms, told my story, and he was like, "I'll see you on stage with me one day." So
that's dope.
Yeah, man.
That is dope.
Yeah. So, but I just want to connect with everybody, man, because we all great speakers. We all got great stories, and all our stories can really help everybody. Because I'm not gonna reach everybody. My story ain't gonna reach everybody. So your story can reach people that I can't reach, but we can reach everybody together. So that's all about, just collaborating, just moving up, and just helping others grow. Because we got people watching us.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for it, man. So
I appreciate it, man. So,
question for you.
Yeah.
The refresher.
Yeah.
What's the background behind that?
When I was homeless, man, I had a guy, like literally, I gave my clothes off my back. I have a pot to piss in or a window to throw out of, and like I didn't wear homeless clothes, man. I wear like Ralph Lauren, I wear Nike in the homeless shelter. I didn't define myself as a homeless person, and I felt bad for those around me, because it was like, oh well, I look like crap, this, that, and that. I can't afford that, so I took my clothes off my back and gave it to him, even though I ain't have nothing. And I gave a dude the same hat, actually, man, the same Jordan hat. I took my hat off and I gave it to him, and he looked at it. He was like, "Yo, this is a nice hat." He's like, "Thank you. You just refreshed me." And it was like, I lost my family, I lost my kids, my job, and I'm homeless. And he just gave me this hat. He just refreshed me, man. He's stepping stone in the right direction. And I just took the name and ran with it.
I love that, man.
So
I love that.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. So that's why I'm the refresher, man. I like to just refresh everybody, man, because we all go through it, but we all triumph through it. We don't go through it, we grow through it,
Mm-hmm. So you'd be Shawn Refresher?
Yeah.
Mr. Refresher.
Yeah. I'm changing it to Shawn the Refresher Jackson, because you inspired me to change my name.
That's dope, man. I love to hear that, because we don't need to live the way everyone else used to live. Like,
exactly.
Yeah. Tradition stunt growth. You can do whatever you want. It's adulthood.
Exactly, man. That's why I tell people, man. But yeah, I'm changing my name to Shawn the Refresher Jackson, man. So like Cam F. Awesome, man. That's a dope name, bro. I seen the documentary when you was walking the streets. I forgot what country you was in, and it was a Caucasian couple that stopped you in the middle of the streets because your name. I think that was like Canada, right? What country was I in?
I think that was here in the States. That was I think that was in Vegas.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm telling you that killed me right there, man. You touched a lot of people, a lot of souls, man. So guarantee you, man. I just want to thank you for taking time out your busy life, man. Just coming on,
Oh,
showing
man,
love.
I appreciate you inviting me on the show.
I appreciate it, man. So, like I said, let's see here. Have any questions yet? No, we don't have any questions. But yeah, man. You have any more questions for me, Cam? Like I said, it's a blessing to have you on the show, brother. If you have any books that you wrote yet, let people know.
Um, no, I haven't. I haven't written any books. I'm figuring all. I didn't realize the position I was putting myself in, because I spoke at the schools about boxing and what just talking about what boxing did for me. Like, I'm no expert in no means. I don't do any branding. I don't do any marketing or anything. I just shared my story with students, and because I used to get bullied, uh and then it turned into me being a role model. And then I don't know how all of this works. And then when I write a book, I don't know what I would write a book on. Like, would I write a book on? Like, I don't know. There's just so much.
Man, I encourage you to write a book on your life, man. Like your whole experience, man. Like, cause your whole life is a story, man. From your childhood to your adulthood to the boxing life, you just never gave up. You're a true champion, and you let nobody tell you what you had in your mind that you was gonna do what you was gonna do. He's gonna get it done, regardless of what by any means necessary. And you didn't care what nobody had to say. You was gonna get it done. And that's a lot of respect right there to you, my brother. And that's what your book should be about, man. How you just overcome tragedy and you turn it into triumph. You know what I mean? So really, man, I'm writing a book, and my book is from my childhood. I'm on chapter 3, but it's from like my childhood up to like my adulthood, and it's like from my mother passing away and my father passing away. So like I encourage you to write the book, man, because your story is a book. You got a movie already, Cam. Like, you need a book, man.
Yeah, and yeah, maybe one day, maybe one day I used to write a lot, and I used to write blogs for USA Boxing. So when we would take these trips out of the country, I would update like a newsletter. So I would write like a blog every week to update like how the team's going, like things that are going on or whatever, and it would be funny. And then I would write blogs on discipline and motivation and resilience and time management. Uh, but I've never taken any time to write about myself. So
um,
that's something I'll maybe give a try.
got to, man, because you a great dude, bro. I
Thank
told
you.
I told my ex lady about you, and I was like, yo, man, and she even called me. She was like, so, like, man, I can't wait, man. I see my brother on Netflix. Like, she was all happy for me and stuff, man. So, like, cause you a true man, you a true king, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man.
You're doing great
Thank
things.
you, King.
I appreciate it, brother, and you're doing great things, man. So,
Right.
tell the world, man, where they can follow you, man, how they can get a hold of you, man. Tell what's next for Cam F. Awesome.
So actually, what's next for me is I want to get back into comedy. So I was I enjoy doing it. It's fun, and it's difficult. It's difficult in a mental way, the way boxing was difficult physically. Just the way you have to figure things out, and it also deals a lot with the confidence and stage presence, and it's challenging. Uh, so I actually came down to Austin, Texas for a month because I can work virtually, and there's a big open mic scene down here. So every night I go to 2 or 3 open mics, and yeah. So the goal for me is to pursue comedy again, continue with the keynote speaking, continue as a diversity consultant, continue speaking at schools, and I want to actually want to learn. I want to learn something new, whether it be language, possibly Brazilian jiu-jitsu, uh, or to play an instrument. I just want to continue to challenge myself and always give myself something to strive better towards.
I
So
love that. I love that. And that's part of just bettering yourself every single day. That's that you should do, man. And whatever I can do to help you out, my brother, let me know, man. And again, that's if
Same
you.
here.
I appreciate that, bro. And if you're doing comedy, if you're doing, I know Dane. If you know Dane Cook, you got the
Yeah,
same. We just say you're Dane Cook. Be
yeah,
on Clubhouse a lot, a lot, man. So you want to get down with a comedian, kind of plug in the comedian world. What I do is when I go in Clubhouse and he's doing the room, like I'll send you a link so you can come in and jump in with Dane Cook and possibly connect with Dane Cook and
yeah,
look, he probably seen the documentary, so he probably just connected.
yeah.
Probably a fan, man, because like I said, you touch a lot of lives, man. Especially how you just jump in the ring and do a little flip. Your own little interest, man. I was like, okay.
Last thing before it's ended. So I grew up watching professional wrestling, right? And when I grew up, it was The Rock and it was Mankind and it was Stone Cold and it was Triple H and it was X-Pac, and everyone had this pizzazz and this flamboyance and this personality. And when I got into boxing, I was like, well, if I'm gonna do this, this is almost like wrestling. So I want to have that same, I want it to be fun. I want to like flip in the ring. I want to wear a cape. I want to fly around. Like to me, that's fun. It's
Yeah,
supposed to
look,
be entertaining. Granted, boxing is brutal in its own way, but it's supposed to be an entertaining sport. And I always try to be entertaining.
I love it, man. I love it, man. So, guys, if you haven't seen Counterpunch yet, go watch it on Netflix documentary. Definitely a dope documentary to watch. You're gonna learn a lot about my brother here, and and if you need any help about consulting, anything like that, get a hold of him, man. He's a great consultant, man. He can help you out, get you right. So, Cam, let them know, man, if they need help with consulting, man.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I speak on intent versus impact. I help people communicate through different cultures. Being captain of the USA national boxing team for about 10 years and traveling around, traveled to over 30 countries, and this is where I learned to connect with people of different backgrounds. So I help people communicate and who needs help communicating. I need to work on a better elevator pitch.
I got
You're
you.
Shawn, you're helping me grow as a person already.
I got you, brother. I got you, man. I got you, man. I got you, man. So what we do, man. Iron sharpens iron, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So all right, Kim, man. It's been a blessing, man. I'm gonna get this on YouTube, send you a link so you can rewatch it, you know what I'm saying? And show some fans, man. Like let them know what's next for Cam. So thank you again, my man. It's a blessing.
Thank you, King.
All right, King. Have a good day.
You too.
And we is not live. Cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And that was my boy Cam F. Awesome. Definitely a great dude. Again, guys, give him a follow on social media on all major networks. And it's only right that I end the video with my boy Cam F. Awesome video. So, guys, again, please go watch the movie Counterpunch on Netflix. It's a documentary who I just watched. Definitely a great guy. And please, guys, be in tune, man. The refresher's moving fast, guys. So, like I said, man, go watch the video. Go watch the movie. Definitely a dope movie, guys. All right.
My name is Cam F. Awesome, and I'm a multi-time USA National Champion heavyweight boxer and former captain of the USA National Boxing Team. As captain of the USA National Boxing Team, I traveled around.
That's what we just had on, guys. So again, comment, like, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and just a refresher, guys. You have a blessed day. Thank you all for watching, showing love and support as I journey on to podcasting, guys. This is episode 4 of Champions Podcast, and I'm gonna do like 12 episodes, and season 1 gonna be in the book soon, guys. So thank you all for showing love. Much love.